Thank you, Coach. Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That's good for Bears. First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Lock in, lock in.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on third and 12.
No surprise at all.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He may drop. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go. Alert. 7.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check. 6 guys.
Here's Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Timmy Jernigan. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Hey, Delta.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And this is going to be a safety as Trubisky gets swallowed up in the end zone. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Here we go. Here we go. Throw it in. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. 58, boys. 58.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Jackson from the shotgun. Complete to Jones. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 22.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
18. Hey, Charlie.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Howard. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. This complete to Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw for it for Jackson. Going deep. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off the toss, Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The Bears on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Go. D, tighten up. Seven's a Mike. Mike 7. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Hey, alert. 7. Mike 7. I'm going to run you up.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Aguilar has it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He's moving, boys, he's moving. Seven's a Mike.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2.
Exit, lock in. Quick whip, watch the whip.
Now a toss coming right side. It's Cole, and he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Got one. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch the twitch.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Hey, check, Mike 21. So don't say nothing.
Now Jackson on first down. Jones has it. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, echo.
Here's Trubisky. And Brate, the tight end's got it. 15 yards on the play, first down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
18. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 7. Go.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, it's Trubisky. He sets to fire deep. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Trubisky to throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Jackson on first down. Got a man open. It's Ross. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. You can't block me. Yeah. You can't block me. Hey, check Mike 21.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
25, check 25, check 25.
Second half begins with a run from Penny. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go. Pick it up, D. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the slats. Watch the slats. 58, right over there.
Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Below Nichols. Able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
No gain on this defense. No gain. He's mine. He's mine. He's mine. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. All day. All day. Hey, exit. Any day. Let's go. Mike 50. Mike 50.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Quick hitter here. It's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Trubisky now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And Bright has it over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
Lock in, lock in.
First and 10 at the 13.
zone now. Here's Trubisky on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Alert, 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 alert. Shit.
On second down now. It's Cohen. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 yards there, first down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, Alpha. Check 52 behind.
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now it's Penny. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. Go to base. Orbit. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. Caught by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Vikings.
Ready up.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. This is Penny. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Danny. Go. Check 3.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bears' 26-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They go back to the ground now with Penny. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike's 50.
Now Trubisky to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check 43. Red, 18. Hey, Zoo. Mike 50. 3 bud. Mike 50. Watch the screen.
Throwing here, Trubisky. It's complete, left side to Aguilar. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Alert.
First down, a run with Cohen. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
18.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Alert.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Watch the out. Joker. Hey, alert. Switch. Who do you want? Hey, man, 50. Buzz. Silver.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen.
Go.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Hey, 18.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Hey, let's get some penetration. Hey, Haywood.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cameron Brate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for two?
Hey, orbit.
Now it's Trubisky. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Penny. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Penny, a first down carry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Jackson steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's got the first down inside the 10. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run forward with Penny. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow! Wow!
Now, once again, the Vikings are going to go for 2 here. Throwing now is Jackson. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time.